G'day, and welcome to the next instalment of the Apprentice Toolbox. Every Friday, we're just going to introduce you to another tool or something that'll hopefully be helpful in your journey of actually living faith. Sometimes we'll be looking at things like books, sometimes we'll be looking at templates or ideas. Last week we looked at the Scripture Typer app, which I found so helpful. And today we're going to look at another app. This is not going to be the regular way we do things. I don't always use apps, but because we're taking, as a church here at Citywide Baptist Church, a bit of a new step into using technology in a particular way, I thought it'd be good for us to take a look at the Youversion Bible app, because we're using it particularly here at Citywide Baptist Church. Now, for me, this is a bit of one of those moments where there's part of me that goes, should we be doing this? Shouldn't we be doing this? Because there's part of me, honestly, I love my Bibles. I love physically holding my Bible. For me, in the mornings, when I have my quiet time, my Bible is currently sitting beside my bed, and the one that I currently use is one of my old ones. This is one of my favourite ones. For me, the eras of my life are kind of marked out by the Bibles I've read and used in that period of time. At the moment, I'm reading an NIV Bible, which is the one I teach from and have my quiet time from. And particularly for me, paper Bibles are important because paper Bibles don't have notifications. Often I get so distracted when I'm trying to read the Bible from an app that it's not so helpful for me. That's why I use a paper Bible for my devotional life. All that said, I know a lot of people use the Bible for their devotional lives, and I come and go from that. And certainly I use the Bible on my iPad, on my phone, and on my computer as a reference tool. And we wanted to introduce you to a particular tool, this Youversion app, and I think there's nothing quite like it in all the apps out there, in the amount of resource you have at your fingertips very flexibly. So let's have a quick look. So the Youversion app, just so you know, is available on the web. You can actually go to it. It's not hard to find. You just type bible.com and there you've got it. You've got all the tools of the Youversion app available to you at bible.com. Or you can download it on almost any platform, I'm pretty sure. It's this ugly little brown icon that you'll see that says Holy Bible. I don't know why they do it like that. It's a disgusting looking thing, but it is actually a very good tool. I also have it on my phone. When you get into it, one of the things I actually have a couple of other Bible apps I use, largely because this one has so much available to it, but sometimes it's a little clunky and it's not fast enough. So I have one that I use that's a bit faster, and another one I use that has more Bible study paid kind of things where I've purchased Greek and Hebrew texts and commentaries and things that you can't really do through Youversion. But as a basic tool for studying the Bible, it is remarkable. There's a few reasons why it's so remarkable. One is that there is an incredible array of different translations that are available. Right here, I've got the New English Translation, which is, if you ever get into studying the Bible, you'll see each one of these grey things here is a note, a study note. And when you press it, so it'll tell you that this particular verse is a quotation from Psalm 91. Or if you click this one over here, it'll tell you that in the Greek, this is a translation note, how they've translated the Greek. The Net Bible particularly is a really helpful translation if you're wanting to get into studying the Bible. It's almost like it's a pretty reliable, but almost like a free study Bible that sort of sits there. But you have every other translation you can think of, and many of them are available to download, so you actually don't need to be near Wi-Fi. The reason I'm wanting to talk to you about Youversion, though, is that we as a church are starting to use this Youversion app to put our sermon notes on every Sunday. To find it, all you need to do is once you've opened it up, so I'll open it up again. Let's get rid of it here and we'll open it up. So open it up and you'll see there's a thing called menu in the iOS version. In other versions it'll look slightly different, but if you click on the menu and then you go down to more, there's a thing called events. And every Sunday morning, or probably from about Thursday onwards, you'll see Citywide Baptist Church listed there. If you're looking in the Hobart area, or you can search for Citywide Baptist Church, and then if you click on that, you will have access to all the notes, the sermon notes for the sermon that's coming up this Sunday. One of the limitations of this, which I don't love, but it is a limitation of it, is that it only lets you save it during the time in which the sermon is actually being delivered. So from 10 a.m. till about 12, for those couple of hours, you can then save it and you'll have it forever. And you can, as you go, you can make notes as whoever is preaching here at Citywide, that'll often be me. You can make notes and you will have your notes forever, and they're saved on your account in the cloud somewhere in space, but you'll then have access to those notes forever. But in the lead up to the sermon, you can actually see, okay, this is what's coming up. I can't save it yet, but once Sunday morning hits, I'll be able to save it. In passing, there's a couple of other really helpful things. We're coming up to the season of Lent, and I do find sometimes really helpful to have a devotional, and these guys have got some of the most remarkable devotions available. They have things like a verse of the day and a bunch of other stuff, but they also have, if I go to menu, where do I go? Back, home, and you can click on plans, and they have reading plans. Right now I'm working through N.T. Wright's Lent for Everyone. I was just in the Koorong bookshop, and you can actually purchase this for $15, or you can download Youversion for free and have it for free. There are all kinds of plans here. Plans for things like if you're new to the faith, Bible reading plans on dating or work, and all of them have a bit of a devotional thought, and some of them are really helpful, some of them are not so helpful. But often if there's a particular question you have or something you're wanting to wrestle with, get a bit of input on, then some of these plans are really helpful, and they're all there for free. There's a bunch of other things that I find helpful, but each day I just come and at the moment, as I'm going through the N.T. Wright plan, I just click on it, and today it pops up. This is the devotional for today, and then you just click, yep, read that, and then it brings up the Bible text for today, and then you just click that, and then you're done, and then you just move through, and it moves through. So it's as simple as that, and that is a very helpful tool to have. There's some other things in there. You can create graphics with Bible verses and that kind of thing. But in terms of being able to access the Bible, it is a very, very helpful tool. And if you have a tablet, often this tool is not commonly known, but you can actually have, so I've got the Net Bible here, and I can have beside the Net Bible the Message version of the Bible, and it is actually a parallel Bible as well. I don't think you can do that on all phones. Some phones I think you can. But anyway, that's the Youversion app. It's something we're going to get into more as a church. And I thought next week we'll probably talk about a book that I've found particularly helpful. But I wanted to introduce you to this Youversion app, noting that it is absolutely free. You do have to sign up for an account if you want to save things and whatever. But the Youversion app is free. And I don't know any other place where you can get so many different translations of the Bible for free like you can through the Youversion app. So well worth taking a look at, and until next week, look forward to I hope that some of this stuff helps on your journey of living faith.